exterior portion, right? You see here, exterior framing around the house. It was originally pine. So I changed those boards out to pressure treated lumber. I did the same thing on this side. I caulked it, I painted it, right? Some stuff I had ordered, it didn't work well. What I ended up doing, and I'm holding it using this big old tripod, so bear with me. I ended up making my cut, put a little piece of tape on there, nice cut, cleaned it up a little bit with the scissors, and I'm gonna go ahead and install this along the top portion here, and then I'm gonna measure this portion right here, which is almost 16 feet, 2 pieces, butt them up together, and that way I won't need the assistance of my wife anymore. But she'll probably still be out here, who knows? And I could go ahead and put up the vertical pieces on each side. So stay tuned. As you can see, installed the trim, cut it at a 45 along this portion right here at the top. Zoom in there, see that like that. All right, wedged up like it's supposed to be on an angle, touching the ground all the way at the bottom. I'm gonna clean that up a little bit, you know, a little minor sanding, a little bit more painting, but it's complete for the most part. Same thing on this side. It's all the way installed like it's supposed to be. Everything's in. Finish up last little fine detailing with caulk and some minor paint. Same thing here for this garage door as well. Got my 45 nicely installed, looking good. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So you got that. So rule of thumb, if you're gonna go ahead and install or take off or remove the existing trim, the existing door frame, garage door frame, right? Make sure you get pressure treated lumber. That's one. That's the first thing. God knows it's the truth. All right. So make sure you get pressure treated lumber. That's one. Make sure you go all the way down to the ground. Maybe leave a 1/16 of an inch. I left maybe about an eighth of an inch from the ground, right? This portion over here that's closest to the garage door is going to be shorter than this over here. So don't just taper it at a 45 and cut it extremely short, and then you have to fill all of that in with expanding foam and all of that other foolishness that you got going on, right? Cut it at the proper angle, measure, right? Start at the top. You put your one piece along the top all the way across, right? One piece in. You knock that out. You get that piece in. Then what you turn around and do, you measure from this corner all the way down, which you know is going to be your shortest point. Then you move over and you measure from this corner all the way down, right? Cut it on that angle. Same thing for over here. Same thing. All the way down, you know, maybe 1/8 of an inch at the most off the ground. You caulk underneath there because you don't want the wood to be in contact with the pavement, even though it's pressure treated and it's not going to cause any major impacts or have any issues. So and then you got that installed, you know, use you some framing nails or get your nail gun. I have another nail gun, but I didn't end up using. I just got some framing nails, framed all of that up, or not even framed it up, but installed it like it should be, right? And then I went to my neighborhood store and went ahead and got my vinyl trim, put the top portion on first, and the same thing, your same measurements that you did for this piece right here, you make those same measurements for the trim. So it's going to be angled, right? You don't want to cut a straight cut and then you're going to have a little bit of gap towards the front portion, right? Look at that. That's how it's supposed to be. Same thing over here. That's how you do it. And I did the same thing over here, right? So one of my neighbors, as I mentioned before, he owns a garage door company. And he ended up installing these, had a guy come over and install the openers with the Wi-Fi on it. So I have them for both of them. As mentioned before, I don't know if you guys know or remember, but those patches are because I blew insulation down the walls, right? In between each stud. Cut maybe a 4-inch square or whatever it was. Then I cut I made I won't say a template, but cut a piece of wood. And then I rented the machine from Home Depot and cut out a circle, you know, and push that circle straight through that piece of wood that I cut, right? Turned on the machine and blew it all down the wall, filled it up. How it's supposed to look. Now, granted, all of this, I'm gonna come back and caulk and paint and clean it up a little bit better than that. I had to use 2 pieces, right? So, because the company that I went through previously, they had a 16-foot piece, but this is the stuff here that was shipped to me. It comes in a roll. It is not pleasant, right? It's not even cold where I'm at. It should not take this much effort to bend this thing, right? And they told me I needed to acclimate to the weather. Well, this is going outside, right? So you're gonna have expansion and contraction depending on the seasons, right? Depending on the seasons, you're gonna have expansion and contraction. So, you know, you nail it down now and it's gonna end up breaking down the line. But I ended up finding something that was brown, so it worked out. And that's it. It's that simple. It's that simple. All done. Close my door. Works well, like it should, right? Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Got your 45s on the corners. I gotta clean this garage door, obviously. That's where, you know, they meet. But I'll put some caulk in there. And to be honest with you, I think it's fine. It's fine with me, you know. Beautiful. Could use my garage door now. Now I can finally clean up the garage and do what I need to do. Same thing for the smaller one. Opens and closes well. Lovely. Just like it should be. Look at that. So now I don't have to worry about any critters coming in during the spring, fall, or summer. It's just all sealed up. It's done. Beautiful. Can't ask for more than that. And I'll cut those 45 just a little bit better, but it got late on us last night, and I didn't want to cut too much off and not like the end result. So right here I gotta, you know, cut a little bit more off to taper it like it should be, so it's not overlapping like that. You know, get rid of that portion right here. Pretty much clean it up like this one, so to speak. You know. So that's it. It's simple. Very simple. Very easy. Very easy. And I mean, I know a lot more other stuff than this, but you know, you know, everybody doesn't. Everybody doesn't know these types of things. So you could do it. Don't be afraid to tackle a project or job. And I'll see you guys soon.